We spend our whole lives wanting things, wanting success, wanting that person or that job or that life we see online. But here's the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. Not everything you want is meant to be yours. Because in life, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. And by the end of this video, you'll see that losing what you want or what you thought you wanted might be the only way to find out who you really are. The Stoics said it best. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Most of us spend our whole lives chasing what we want. Approval, attention, status. But we never ask ourselves, who am I while chasing these things? Have you ever chased someone who didn't want you back? And no matter what you did, they would never give you the time of day. Or wanted a door to open that kept getting slammed in your face over and over again. It hurts. But looking back, did you ever notice that the thing that you wanted so badly wasn't really meant for you? Not because you didn't deserve it, but because it didn't fit in with who you were becoming. Sometimes not getting what you want is a blessing. Sometimes rejection is protection. Wanting is easy, but becoming the type of person who can get and keep the things that you want is not. Everyone wants the king's treasure without the king's burden. I used to want everything that everybody else had. Now I just want what's meant for me, because I realized this. Some things will never be available to you in life, no matter what you do. But what's meant for you will always make itself available when the time is right. You don't have to fight. You don't have to force. You can want love, but if you don't love yourself first, you'll settle for breadcrumbs and you'll settle for mediocre. You can want success, but if you're still full of fear and envy, you'll end up burning out trying to impress people who don't even see you. You can want peace, but if you carry chaos inside, you'll project it everywhere you go. You don't get what you want, you get what you are, and what you are is your unconscious beliefs. We are all driven by our unconscious beliefs. Carl Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life. You will say, why does this always happen to me? It happens because your life mirrors your hidden beliefs, not your loudest wishes or affirmations. Not everything you want is meant to be yours, because some things would destroy you if you got them before you were ready. Rumi said, what you seek is also seeking you. But the part that we forget is that if you are seeking from a place of emptiness or unworthiness, then emptiness and unworthiness is all you'll find. What comes to you is a return of what came from you. So what's the answer? Stop wanting? I don't think so. Keep wanting, but build yourself. Raise your character to meet your dreams. Grow into the person who can handle the things that you are asking for. Because sometimes life says no, not because you are undeserving, but because your hands are not big enough to hold what you're asking for yet. We think we know what we want. We think we know what we're ready for. But sometimes we don't know what we're made for. Remember, God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies those He calls. We have in all of us an impulse or desire to improve ourselves, to reach our highest self or actualize our highest potential, or our full humanness, whatever you want to call it. If this is the case, then what stops us or what blocks us from achieving our highest self? One thing that blocks us is in fact the fear of one's own greatness, the evasion of one's destiny, the running away from one's own best talents. We fear our best just as well as we fear our worst. We all have unused potential, and we often run away from the responsibilities that come along with this potential. The responsibilities dictated by nature, by fate, by accident. We run away from the call. We fear our highest possibilities. We are generally afraid to become that which we can glimpse in our most perfect moments. We enjoy and even thrill at the godlike possibilities we can see in ourselves in our most peak moments. So next time you lose something that you wanted, the job, that boy or girl, the plan, remember, That loss might be protecting you from a life that doesn't match who you are here to become. Some things will not be available to you in life no matter what you do, but what's meant for you will always make itself available when the time is right. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So build what you are. Be honest, be brave, be patient enough to let the wrong doors stay closed, because the best things in life aren't chased. They are met on the path of becoming who you are called to be. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Wanting isn't wrong, but wanting without becoming is a fruitless activity. So do your work in silence. Let life's rejections teach you. Trust the detours and become so deeply aligned with your truth that what's meant for you cannot miss you, and what's not meant for you can never want or hold you hostage. If this hit home for you, share it with someone who needs it. See you next time.